Hi friends, my name's Sophie and welcome to your practice. Today we're moving through a level 2, also known as intermediate flow. It's going to be a dynamic flow but with a focus on the neck and shoulders, so perfect if you ever experience any tension in your neck. We will need one block for today, but if you don't have one, no worries. We're going to use it at the very end. You can always skip that thing at the end. You'll still be able to move through the whole flow without the block if you don't have one. We are going to get started cross-legged. So if you happen to have that block, you can sit on it and give yourself a little bit of height. And we're going to start by closing the eyes if it's comfortable or just gazing down. Relax the shoulders down and back. Rest your hands on your knees. And start to take a few deep breaths. Since we are focusing on the neck today, it is relevant to bring in ujjayi breathing because it's a very throat-centered breath. And so if you don't know it, you're breathing in normally through your nose. And let's exhale with the mouth open like you're fogging up a mirror, like a ha sound. And do that again, breathe in through the nose. This time close the lips, but still activate the muscle in the throat to make that ha sound. It sounds like a whisper. Inhale again. Same thing, lips close. Yeah, so continue to breathe like that a few more times. And perhaps you maintain that same pattern of breath as we begin to gently blink the eyes open. Notice how your neck feels right now. Is your head jutting forward a little bit? And it's likely that it is because a lot of us have a little bit of a forward head posture, even if it's just minimal. But what we want to do is bring your chin slightly down. So you're not looking down, but you don't want your head to be tilted upwards. So chin slightly down. Then give yourself basically a double chin is the best way to describe this. So push your head back like you're pushing your head into an imaginary wall right behind you. Good. From there, swivel your head to the right. So look all the way to the right. Keep the spine long. Find your full range of motion. Bring your head back to center. And then swivel your head to the left. Hold here. So we're just feeling the rotation of our neck. And when your chin is back and you rotate, you get more rotation. And that's the proper way to do it. Bring your head back to center. Now bring your chin down to your chest. And feel a stretch in the back of the neck. And then bring your head back up. Again, double chin or triple chin. And gaze up to the sky. You want to feel this on the front of the neck. So if you're feeling a lot in the back of the neck, then just restart and work to feel your muscles on the front of your neck as you gaze up. And this is the proper neck alignment for when we're doing back bends, which we'll do some of today. Bring your head back to center. Good. Now take your right arm and cross it over to the left knee and take your left arm underneath. So we're in a crisscross position with arms. Now, not cactus, take cat pose. So round your spine and bring your chin towards your chest. Tilt back on your pelvis. So you feel free to find that tilting back motion. Take a couple breaths. Feeling a stretch on the backs of the shoulders. And then we're going to rise up. And bring your left hand behind you as you twist to your left. Find that length. Notice if your front of your neck muscles are tightening or are having tension as you twist here. Can you relax the muscles, maybe wiggle the head a little bit? And then look over your right shoulder and slightly tilt your chin down so we get a nice stretch in the neck. Notice if ujjayi breath is gone and maybe you bring it back right here. Good. Now bring your chin back to center. Take your left arm, cross it over the right arm, and again, round your spine for cat. Then rise up and bring your right hand behind you, lengthen the spine and find your twists. Loosen up the head, loosen up the neck. Gaze over your left shoulder and slightly look down. When it comes to neck stretching, you always want to be really vigilant of paying attention to your body, paying attention to any signals that you need to back off or change the movement. Your neck is a delicate structure holding up your head, all 10 pounds of your head. So make sure you're really listening to your body. Take one more breath. And bring your chin back to center. And take your right arm around, bring it onto your left knee, and round your spine for cat. Rise back up into neutral and release your arms. Now we'll make our way into table. So come onto the hands and knees. Take your left leg straight back behind, reach your right arm forward. Bird dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring your knee and hand back down. On inhale, extend your right leg back and reach your left arm forward. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hand and knee back down. Now, pause for a second. You can continue doing the same exact movement, or you can tuck your toes and lift your knees an inch off the ground and do the same thing, but with your knees lifted. Ready? So take your left leg back behind, reach your right arm forward. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. If your knees are floating, keep them floating. Take your right leg back and your left arm forward. Inhale. Exhale, down. Let's do it again. Inhale, left leg back, right arm forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more each side. Inhale, keep your breath steady. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, if stay in bear pose if you're there. If you have your knees down, lift your knees up an inch. That's bear pose. Hold. And then downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. Let the head relax and maybe shake out the neck. Yes and no. From there, shift forward into plank. Inhale. On exhale, we'll do what we call an animal squat. So your knees stay low and you're sitting back towards your hips, almost like you're in a floating child's pose. Then shift back into plank. Take your feet wide and lower your hips down for upward facing dog. So your shoulders go up and back and your thighs are engaged a lot. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and breath out. Again, let's shift forward. And in fact, you can roll your spine, so around your upper back, and roll and wave your way into plank. Animal squat, go back. Then come back into a plank. Upward facing dog, your hips drop. You can always skip it if it doesn't feel good. Downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Let's go again. Roll your way into plank. Bring it back. Shift back into plank. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. One more time. Let's go. Roll it forward. Animal squat. Plank. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Breath in and breath out. Walk your feet up to your hands. Let your upper body hang for gorilla. Or I'm sorry, well, that's where I was just thinking we should go next. So we're just letting the upper body hang. Ragdoll, maybe grab onto your elbows. And right after this, we'll take gorilla so you can ride away, stretch into those wrists. Just shake out the head and the upper back a little bit more. Loosen everything up. And then release your hands down, and we're going to step the feet onto the hands. So you're going to slide the hands underneath the feet. You're on the backs of the hands. And you're going to try to bring your toes all the way up to your wrists. Now I know it's kind of early in practice, so you might want to bend your knees to give your hamstrings space to allow you to go here. Relax the head. Now let's step off of your little hands and bring your feet to hip distance. And lift up halfway and find that length. Put your hands on your shins pretty high up. And plug your shoulders back. And pay attention to what's going on with your neck here. You want your neck to be in line with the spine so the crown of the head reaches forward, meaning you're looking down right at the front of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand, reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Now you're going to make two fists with your hands, and just your knuckles are touching each other. And place your hands right underneath your chin. And what we'll do here is as we inhale, we're going to tilt the head back and lift the elbows up so they come apart. Hands stay underneath your chin, and on your exhale, you bring your elbows back together and bring your head back to center. And again, lift and open. Back bend a little, but keep your low ribs down and in. And again, bring the elbows back together. So what I'm saying is as you do this, inhale, lift, your back bend comes just from the upper back, just from right between the shoulder blades. And then bring your arms back down. Let's do it one more time. Elbows out wide, lift your head, back bend, and then bring your arms, your elbows back together and release your arms down. Good, reach your arms up. Inhale, exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, let's reach the arms back up again. Let's do that a few times. Exhale, cactus. I want you to pull your shoulders back, your shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale, lift it up. Notice what's happening with your neck here. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, extend. Forward fold. Exhale, let everything go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower all the way down to the ground and bring your fingertips as wide as the mat. Relax the head a little bit. And then lift your chest away from the ground. Peel yourself away. So it's a big cobra. Fingertips are out wide, wider than the mat. And dip your left shoulder down as you twist to the right. You're not going that close to the ground with the left shoulder. Just bring it down a bit. Come back to center. Right shoulder down, twist to the left. Back up to center, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Place your hands underneath your elbows. Tuck your toes. Lift your thighs. Lift your body for plank. Press all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together and lift your right leg up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, low lunge. Set your back knee down on the ground. And then slide your right, just like crawl your right fingertips over to the right. Take your left arm up and over to the right as well. If you have your block, you can put your hand on your block. Alternatively, you can just have your right arm floating if it's too much to have your hand on the ground. This is a pretty deep position for the hips right now. Can you rotate your chest a little bit more to the sky? And then reach your arms back up, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to the ground. Fingertips are framing your foot. Let's straighten the right leg for half split. And then go back into lunge. Inhale. Exhale, straight. So that's our movement. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straight. Let's do one more. Good, stay there. Maybe you slide the heel forward a little bit. Draw the chin back, the head back, and find length. You can feel it working those upper back muscles a little bit more when you're bringing the head back and the shoulders back. Let's come back into a low lunge. Plant your left hand, lift your back knee, and twist to your right. We'll take some big circles, so the right arm goes back and around and up. Go slow and complete your circle by really making it big and going all the way around. We'll do one more full circle, so the arm will end straight up to the sky. Inhale. And on exhale, put your hands down, step back to plank, hold, and put your forearms on the ground for a forearm plank. Hold yourself steady here. Trust yourself. Lift your right foot off of the ground. Set your foot back down. Lift your left foot off of the ground. Set your foot down. Lower your hips down. Untuck your toes and lift your chest. Lift your head. Draw the shoulders back. Keeping the length of the upper back, bring your chin towards your chest. Bring your head back up. Make your way back into forearm plank. Lift your hips. Slowly come back up onto your hands. High plank. Downward facing dog. Bring your feet together and lift your left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, low lunge. Set your back knee down on the ground. Walk your left hand over to the left and reach your right arm over to the left. Pin the left hip back. And you know what to do if you want to grab your block or you want to have your arm just floating. Rotate your right side of your rib cage up to the sky a little bit more. Bring your arms back or all the way up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale, put your hands down to the ground. Straighten out your left leg. Shift it back. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, shift it back. Let's go a few more times. Connect with your breath. Connect with Ujjayi. And then once you're here, slide your foot forward a little bit for half splits. And just for today, we're finding that length in that pulling back of the shoulder blades towards each other. Make sure your head isn't drooping forward, that you're lifting. One more breath. Make your way into low lunge. Plant your right hand, lift your right knee. Take your left arm up. Let's take some big circles. Start by going back, like you're taking back strokes. It's like we're flossing the shoulder. And one more big circle, really moving through that shoulder joint. And then lift your left arm back up and open up. Inhale, exhale. Plant your left hand, step back to plank. This time shift forward, lower down for chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, breath out. Let's lift the right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip. Find that straight leg position, level out the hips, and step your foot between your hands. From here, rise up to warrior two. And now on your inhale, you're going to straighten your right leg and pull, make fists and pull your elbows in towards your waist. Squeeze the shoulders together on your back. Then re-extend your arms back into warrior two. And again, pull it all in. Inhale. Exhale, re-extend. Inhale, pull. Exhale, extend. Once more. Squeeze. Back to warrior two. Now reach both arms up to the sky. Grab onto your right wrist with your left hand and take reverse warrior. It's a variation on reverse warrior, peaceful warrior. Inhale, Side angle, exhale, right forearm on right thigh, left arm goes over the ear. Now your left arm, bring it into a half cactus, so pull it back with your strength. Hold. Put your right fingertips down on the ground and extend your left arm straight up to the sky. Half bind with your left arm if you want. This is all optional. Maybe full bind. And then what's happening with your neck? Maybe you need to pull it back. Maybe you want to gaze up from there. Find that rotation from the proper positioning. Open the arms back up. Rise back up to warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Put your hands on your hips. Turn your right toes in. So you're facing the left side of your mat for Prasarita Padottanasana, setting up. Interlace your hands behind your back. Legs are wide. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Let the arms go up and over. Find your Ujjayi breath. Relax the head. Engage through your glutes and hamstrings to lift your tail to the sky. And then release your hands down to the ground and lift up halfway. Walk your hands to the front of the mat so that you're in low lunge. Plant your left hand and lift your right arm up. We're going to step back into side plank. So roll onto the outer edges of both feet and slide your right foot on top of your left foot. Option to come into a tree pose variation or any other variation that you like. Put your right fingertips behind your head and rotate your chest to the sky. Keep your hips how they are. You're just rotating your chest. Good. You can keep tree pose if you have it and come into a plank. So a tree plank, hold. And you can stay here, or you can put your foot down for regular plank, or you can take chaturanga with your leg this way. So make your way through upward facing dog now. So both feet go back. And downward facing dog. Breath in and breath out. And remember, this practice is your own, so I'm giving you options to spice it up, but you can always modify or keep it basic or make it even spicier. Lift your left leg up to the sky, bend your knee, open your hip. Straighten your left leg back out, inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Rise up to warrior two. Take a moment to arrive. On inhale, you pull your arms towards each other and straighten your left leg. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, pull it in. Squeeze the shoulders back. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. In. And exhale. Pause. Reach your arms up. Grab onto your left wrist and take a side bend into reverse warrior. Good. Now we're going to make our way into side angle. So left forearm on left thigh, right arm reaches over your ear. Make sure you're not dumping into your right shoulder. And then come into a half cactus with your right arm. Squeeze it back. And then put your left hand down, reach your right arm up. Either stay or take half bind or take full bind. One more breath. Open the arms back up. Rise up to warrior two and straighten out your left leg. Hands on your hips. Take your legs to face the right side of the mat. So toes facing the right side, legs wide. Bring your hands to your heart and bend into your right knee for side lunge. Option to take your arms wide. Make the neck in line with the spine by reaching the crown of the head forward. Hold. So like airplane arms or like wings. And then bring your hands back to your heart and switch sides. Bend your left knee. Option to straighten out those arms again. Keep your arms wide if you have them. Switch back. Bend your right knee. Bend your left knee. Bend the right. Bend left. Now turn and face the front of the mat. Low lunge. Beautiful. Plant down through your right hand. Lift your left arm up. Roll onto the outer edges of your feet and make your way into your side plank. Option to come into tree. Put your left fingertips behind your head. Then you can keep tree if you have it. Come into plank, tree plank. And then maybe you lower down for chaturanga. Maybe you go to up, dog, both feet back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Let your head relax. Shake it out. Okay, now feet together. Lift the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Rise up to high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, take your right arm back behind you. Twist. We're moving dynamically, so reach the arms forward and up again. Inhale. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Once more. Find the rhythm of the breath. Beautiful. Reach your both arms up to the sky. Bring your hands to your heart. Shift forward. Make your way into Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Check in with the neck. Are you looking too far forward? Bring the eyes, bring the gaze down. Squeeze the shoulders back. Draw the right hip back. Maybe reach the arms forward for 3, 2, 1. Hands to the ground, standing split. Lift your left leg. Notice if you're trying to gaze towards the knees too much. Can you just relax your head instead? Slowly step back into low lunge. Set your back knee down. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's take a twist to the right. Hook your left elbow. Option to lift your back knee. Option to split your arms. And last option, maybe you take a half or full bind from here. And remember, it's your practice. Two more breaths. Wherever you are, you're going to unwind. And the hands come back to the heart if they're not there already. The knee comes down. You face forward. Put your hands down onto the ground. Step back to one-legged plank. From one-legged plank, come up onto your left fingertips. And then reach your left arm forward. Inhale. Exhale, bring your knee and elbow together. Inhale, extend, hold. Plank. Downward facing dog. Let's keep going, you guys. Lift the left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot through. Rise up to high lunge. Left arm goes back behind you. Open arm twist. Spread your fingers wide. Reach your left arm up again and forward. Exhale, open. Inhale up. Let's go 2 more times on your own. And you reach your arms forward and up again. Inhale. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Shift forward. Come into warrior three. Option to extend your arms forward once you have your alignment. Draw your low ribs in so your spine is neutral, pelvis is neutral. And then put your hands on the ground, standing splits. Close your eyes and relax your head. Shake it out. Slowly step back to low lunge. Set your knee down. Bring your hands to your heart. Twist to your left. Lift your back knee. Maybe split the arms. Maybe take a half or full bind. It's really important to have the legs strong and steady to support you here. So back leg is really straight. 2 more breaths. Begin to unwind. Bring your knee down, come back to center. Bring your hands down, step back to a one-legged plank. Come up onto your right fingertips. Reach your right arm forward. Either stay or bring your knee and elbow together. Re-extend, inhale. Exhale, plank. Downward facing dog. Set your knees down, take child's pose. Catch your breath. Maybe now is the time to again bring back Ujjayi breath in through the throat. Maybe you've had it the whole time and that's great. Let's begin to make our way into puppy pose. So you're going to rise up, crawl your hands forward, and put your forehead on the ground. Your hips are lifted. And if your neck's okay with it, you could put your chin on the ground and look forward. Maybe the chest even comes down. One more breath. And start to slide your way back up into table. Let's counter stretch it. Cat pose, round it. Curl. And then back to neutral. And make your way to down dog. Go ahead and step your right foot outside of your right hand. We're going right into lizard. Set your back knee down on the ground and untuck your toes. Freedom to do whatever variation feels good to you. So you might stay here. Maybe you like to take a twist. Reach your right arm up. And maybe you bend your left knee and grab onto your foot. If you want more stretch in the quad from here, you can flex your left foot and hold onto the ankle or the bottom of the foot. Find some movement in the neck just to free it up a little bit. For 3, 2, 1, release down. Step back to down dog. Step your left foot outside of your left hand. Set your right knee down. And then again, take any variation you'd like, maybe twisting again to the left. For 3, 2, 1, release your foot, bring your hands down, lift your back knee, and step back to down dog. Good. Set your knees down on the ground. and take your legs out in front of you. And we're gonna come down, grab your block and bring it near you, and then come down onto your back. We won't need it now, and if you don't have one, don't worry. We're gonna do some more stuff. So we're gonna take our arms down by our sides and lift the hips up for bridge pose. Maybe you try to brush your fingertips towards your heels. Notice if your chin is in your chest, bring it up just a tiny bit. Maybe your shoulder blades go closer together under your back. Let's keep the palms flat for right now. Keep lifting and lifting. Now you can stay here, or you can interlace your hands, or you can bring your hands by your ears and make your way right into wheel pose from here. If you want to do that, go ahead and lift yourself up, let your head drop back. Try to keep your thighs pushing towards each other. And when you're ready, you tuck your chin, slowly lower down, and gently windshield wiper your legs side to side. Good. Gently bring the knees in towards your chests to hug them in. I'm going to take the knees and let them drop all the way to the right into our twist. Right hand can go on top of your left knee. Your left arm opens to the left. Notice what position feels best for your neck. If you're looking straight up to the sky, your neck's in neutral and that might feel nice. If you gaze over to the left, you're rotating your neck. And it's really just personal preference. What do you need today? What feels best for you? Sometimes if the neck has been strained a lot, it just feels good to have it neutral. Maybe if you snowboard like I do, it's good to work the rotation of your neck. Lots of different reasons. Let's bring the knees back to center and drop them over to the left. And bring your right arm to the right, your left hand on top of right knee. And decide where you want to place the head, or whether you want to have it neutral or rotating to the right. Find a sense of effortless awareness as you arrive and rest in this pose. And bring your knees back up to center. And place your feet on the ground. Here's where our block comes in. So if you can do anything else if you don't have your block. You're going to have your knees bent like mine are. You're going to place your block on the lowest height, right underneath your head, so that the lowest edge of the block, like the edge of the block, is kind of digging in to the base of your skull. Now, once you get that positioning, you're going to tilt your head all the way to the right. So you're looking all the way to the right. Now you're going to come back halfway to center, just halfway. And this varies, the pressure varies depending on the hardness of your block. If you have a cork block or a harder block, you might feel this more. And if you don't have, if you don't have a lot of tension in the neck back there, you might not feel a lot, and that's fine. Totally fine. Myofascial release, which is what we're doing right now, is highly personal. So I can't tell you where you're going to feel it. You have to find where it feels tender for you and then stay there. Stay there and work it out. Now let's bring the head gently back to center. And begin to tilt your head slowly to the left. And then bring it up halfway. Slowly return your head back to center. And if you want to do any little tiny movements side to side here, that might feel good. If anything, it's just a nice little massage on the back of the head. And when you feel ready, gently and slowly release the block. And rest your head on the ground. And make your way into Shavasana. Let the whole body relax. Let's take 2 sips of breath in. And out of the mouth, exhale to let everything go. Again, 2 sips in. Exhale. Once more. And then give yourself permission and space to be here for just a few more moments. I'll guide you back very soon. Begin to bring movement back into your body, inviting it into the fingers and toes. And when you're ready, you can take your arms overhead and stretch it out. Full body stretch like you're waking up in the morning. And then roll over to one side. Pause there. And then slowly come up to a seat. We'll bring the palms together at the heart center. And it's always a pleasure guiding you. Thank you for letting me do so. Let's bow together in gratitude for this practice. Thank you again for being here. Comment and let me know if you liked it. Otherwise, if you're not subscribed, then please subscribe. I would love to be connected with you and to continue to practice with you. I have yoga and HIIT and strength training and cardio, all your movement needs on my channel. So let's move together some more. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.